about to go live. Since I have you on the Discord, you can let me know how the audio is. Probably. At least. I got it set to ultra low latency, which means only 5 minutes of delay. Okay, check that out. Oh, yeah, that's not bad at all. Alright, chat. No. I never wear the flame shirt. It's just, I might as well frame it. It just hangs there. Alright. Oh damn, Steve is here. Alright, turn that sound off. Okay, how's the video and the sound? Is there a lot of background noise, or it's not too bad? Alright. Jay's going to make a fool of me. Goddamn right, buddy. Nah. Could have been worse. I'll give it 1 more minute. See if anyone else is awake. And then I'm gonna hang up on Discord and focus on this. "20 dropped frames. That's a good start for the first 2 minutes. Now, are you putting on a child's onesie or what? What? Oh, okay. Now you. I was gonna go easy on you. Screw you, dude. Got to shave. You know what? I got a picture of you, pretty unshaven too. All right. Hey, Bruce. You might be able to resist Discord, not a live stream. All right, Dana. I'm gonna hang up on Discord, and I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat, and as soon as it goes quiet for 2 minutes, I know you've fallen asleep. So, all right. And if this all blows up, then I might be back on Discord in a bit. So, all right, see you. All right, that was Dana on Discord, and he is also. Bruce can't resist. He is also the topic of today's live stream, which may or may not be a long live stream, but at the very most it'll be an hour. So, what are we doing today? I got a message from Dana yesterday. He has this CPU tray for his Mac Pro, and he tried to remove the north bridge, and his pliers slipped, and now there's a giant scratch across the board. He knocked a bunch of components off, and of course the thing is most likely dead. So he came to drop this off today. I gave him another one, so he's back in business. But now, if I want to have a spare CPU tray again, I need to fix this. Now, I'm not going to fix it today, so if you're expecting me to actually fix something, tune out now. It's not going to happen. But I will be taking it apart to take a quick look at the damage under the microscope. Maybe clean it up a little bit with some solder wick, see what we got to work with. And then tomorrow's going to be the... Damn it, I need a moderator. Steve is a moderator. Why am I the one accepting all the messages? Anyway, tomorrow is the risky part. I have to take apart my own Mac Pro, desolder the components that were ripped off of this one, measure their values, and then see if I have replacements to fix this one up. So I'm putting my own Mac Pro at risk to fix this CPU tray, and if it doesn't work out, I'll be left with nothing. So that should be fun. See you, Steve. I'll wave because your sound is muted. So I'm just taking off. If I adjust the mic or the camera, the microphone is right there on the side, so you'll probably go deaf. But if I mute it real quick. There we go. Now at least you can see what I'm doing. Ugh. Yeah, Dana came to visit today because he needed to get up and running. So, first time I met him, he's almost as annoying as he is on Discord. A little bit less. So, fair warning, if you ever invite him to your house or meet up somewhere, now you know. You should feel awful. You should feel awful. But, to be fair, it's a risk I'm willing to take. So I had already packed this up for the night, tossed it in the basement, and I was going to work on this some other time. I put some silica packets on there. But it's been nagging at me the whole night. I need to take this thing apart and see if it can be salvaged. So, 11 p.m. Like, should I do it? Nah. It's getting late. Midnight. Should I do it? Nah, it's even later now. 1 a.m. Screw it. Let's do it. So here we are. I have no idea how many people are here. I think it's just Bruce and Dana right now. And at this time of night, I certainly don't expect many more people than that. But that's good. It takes the pressure off for me to put up a good stream. Let's see, is that all of them? Nope. Alright, put all this off to the side. These things can go here. Okay, now before I do anything else, let me show you what Dana has been up to. Let me adjust the camera back. And switch. Okay. I might have to adjust my camera. Oh shit. Sorry if that hurt. I'm not sure if my... Nope, it's not going to go high enough. Let me make a quick adjustment here. Okay. I apologize for the crappy camera image. I'm waiting on a guy to show me how to take this apart and clean it professionally. Yes, Bruce, I'm talking about you. Okay, so here's one of the pins, and to put it in perspective, I'll put it up to the camera here. That little section is what we're looking at between those two pins. So we got one pin here, and the other pin is all the way over there. And I'm not sure why my microscope is doing this weird split screen thing, but it's 1 a.m. we don't care. So he tried to grab the pin with a pair of pliers, and he slipped. And he slipped this way. The video is imminent. Alright, looking forward to it. So he slipped this way, knocked off 4 components. 1, 2, 3, 4. kept going, knocked off 3 more here. And the scratch is here, but the you know, the pliers were pretty thick, so it's a much broader path. Kept going, took out two resistors here and a pad. This pad came clean off. Might be salvageable, but probably not. Here, this looks like it had something attached to it. But he didn't stop there. No. Dear Dana, he just kept going. Knocked off a cap right up there. Yeah, right up here. Went up and up and up. I mean, this looks bad, but there was nothing there, just a solder blob. Kept going, until finally, by the grace of God, this big ass capacitor stopped him and said, hey, you should not be doing this. Cut it out right now. So he did. So we got quite a few components that I have to take off my other Mac Pro board, measure their values, and then see if I have replacements on, you know, some MacBook Air and MacBook Pro boards that I have, because I don't have a donor board CPU tray. If I don't have them, not a problem. Once I know their values, I can order them online. But tonight I just wanted to see if we can clean this up and at least see if there's enough left to work with. So I'm gonna pick a iron tip that'll work for me tonight. Let's see, scissor tip maybe. No. Bevel tip? Yeah, that's a bit big. Okay, I'm gonna go with the knife tip. I don't know why I called it a scissor tip. It's called a knife tip. Turn on the iron. Wait for that to heat up. Now let's take a closer look. Zoom. Ooh. Okay, so we got the first 4. Holy crap, this looks bad. When you put it this close, you can really see how much Dana loves his $400 CPU tray. Look at that. It's like he was mad at it or something. That capacitor saved the rest of the board. And let's see. Took a chunk of solder out from underneath it, but still firmly attached. This blob is probably what he took off the pad underneath there. The solder that used to be there, that's probably part of it. So, needless to say, Dana made quite the mess. And because of that shaving comment, I'll be happy to point that out several times. As you can tell, I'm not really a good streamer like Steve and Bruce are, that put stuff into frame immediately in the right spot, but that's not me. So we're gonna clean this up. Let me zoom out a little so you can see better what's going on. Focusing this camera is a nightmare. That's as good as it's gonna get. So we're going to clean this up, see if all the pads are still intact. And then tomorrow we're going to see if we can find some replacement parts. Bruce already bailed. Like, screw this, I got stuff to do. Okay. Actually, I will apply some fresh solder first. Now, because of all the stuff, let me try to show you this on the webcam. Because of all the stuff that's still on the other side of the board, we got the North Bridge heatsink, we got all the clips for the RAM. Where is it? Over here. This board is very wobbly, so if I go out of focus sometimes, I apologize. I don't mean to, but it might happen. Okay, let's clean this up. Alright, those cleaned up nice. And you can't see any of it because of the reflection. Well, Bruce, show me your secrets. This looks like ass on my stream. Alright, so just to show you what I'm doing, let me clean this up real quick. That's better. Now I get even more lens flare. Screw it. I don't know what it is with that glare. I don't know. It has to be something inside the microscope. I can't get rid of it no matter what I try. It's really bad. So, I'm sorry for the crappy quality. But as you can see, those pads are still okay. So now we're moving on to the pads next to it, then the ones next to that. And I'm not going to walk you through all of them, but you get the idea. And I'll clean it up when it's all done, and then we can see what's what. That might be a problem. Okay. It's going to be tricky to focus with all that glare going on, but I want to see if that pad is just loose, if I can flip it back over, or if it is gone. It's still attached, but this is the bottom of the pad. I have to somehow try to flip it over without ripping it off. Now if I do rip it off, it's not really a problem. I could just run a jumper wire. But preferably I'd like to work with the original pad. So come on, you bastard. Ooh, ooh. I think we got lucky here. We may have gotten lucky. You did done goofed, son. I mean, I might still rip this pad off once I wick it. Wick it. but it is what it is. I'll try to be gentle. Nope, there it went. That pad is gone. Okay, apart from that, everything around it is looking pretty good. Let's see if I can grab that little bit. Beautiful. Alright, quick clean, so I can show you what's going on. Okay. Alright, glare aside, that's where we're at. So we got a few, where am I? A few over here, no problem, those are all saved. You can see the copper through the scratch, but that's okay. Nothing was shorted out. Continuing here, no problem here either. This is a probe point, nothing was attached to that. You can see the hole in the middle because of the glare, and trust me, it's there. So we got the 3 pads here, or the 6 pads here, those are all good. This one is okay, this one is gone. But this connects here. So once I put a new component on, I could just run a wire straight down. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Keep going, keep going. Ah, right, that one. So that's the last one. R7137. There. Add a bit of flux. Dana has been quiet for 2.5 minutes now. He probably fell asleep. Okay. I don't know if you can see it, but at the bottom of the wick, there's that pad that came off. Stuck to the wick. Getting ready to feed the cat. Oh, I think I said I would do the same thing for spaghetti when I came inside. I kinda never did. Okay, so that all cleaned up nicely, and that was the last of it. So, that was easier than I expected. I expected more damage. Let me see if I can get close to that pad over there. There it is. Whew, I am not good at holding stuff steady under the microscope, but there it is. So, what you're looking at is just the board material. I think it's fiberglass, I'm not sure. where a copper pad once was that connected to here. So once I put a new resistor in place here, I can anchor it down with the top pad and then just solder a wire on the bottom one. It should be alright. Now the gouges in the copper around it are pretty deep, so I'll probably put some UV solder mask on that just for peace of mind, really, and hope to God that none of this was a via through the board to the other side, because in that case I am screwed, because that's something I cannot fix without schematics or board views, because I won't know where these connect to on the other side of the board. See if there's any other damage anywhere. Does not appear to be. Okay, so where's my mouse? With that done, now I can take this tray apart further. Starting with the welcome back, Bruce. Starting with the north bridge, I'm gonna take it off, and Dana and I were just talking about this on Discord. We saw a picture online of someone else that took his north bridge off. As I look for my tools, there we go. And the thermal paste was pretty non-existent. So let's see what this one looks like. Now, wouldn't it be funny if I slip and do even more damage? It would be sad, but I would still laugh my ass off. The thing is, I don't take these pins out with the expectation of reusing them. I just crush him, push him through, because I use different replacements. I'll zoom in on that in a minute. Okay. Not bad, seen worse. Heatsink itself is a little bent, but that's an easy fix. Worry about that later. I'm not sure if the camera is going to zoom in or focus on this, but I've seen worse. Yep, absolutely not focusing on that. But you can see the paste is pretty well covered, covering the chip. It's dry. I mean, you can touch it, nothing comes off. And these are, oh, there's no way it's going to focus on that. Let me switch over to the microscope. Better focus that, or I'm going to get a strike for showing pornographic images. There we go. So these are the pins that hold the north bridge in place on the 4,1 and 5,1 Mac Pro. It's a little barb thing that flips out. I don't know how to freaking explain it. These two legs, they expand when you push it through, holding the pin in place, and then we got this spring that applies pressure. The problem is one or both of these legs typically break when you remove them, or the whole pin just snaps in half. They say it's because years of heat made them brittle and blah blah blah. I don't believe any of that. I just think it was poorly designed. But I got some replacements, and these probably don't even fit under the microscope because they're pretty big. But I'll try. Much bigger, what do you call them, legs, much thicker as well, so it holds a lot better. Bigger spring. All I have to do is clip usually about half of this off, else it'll hit the big CPU heatsinks. So I got a bag full of these spares, and they do the job nicely. So, switch this back over. Okay. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is, before I can finish that sentence, let me clean up a little before I start losing parts. Okay. So tomorrow, let me roll over that way real quick. I will be taking this perfectly fine CPU tray that currently has a 12-core CPU setup in it. This is my spare for the 5-1. In case something happens with my machine, I could just slide this back in. I have a spare CPU tray, spare backplane board, everything I need to keep it going. So I need to take this apart tomorrow and basically flip it around, take off the components one by one, take my multimeter, measure their value, and then hope that I can find replacements. So, but that's a thing for tomorrow. I absolutely don't want to mess this up. And while I'm awake, I'm pretty awake right now, I don't think I'm awake enough to do that properly. So I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. So, gonna clean up my desk. Maybe take the other CPU tray apart so that I don't have to bore you with that tomorrow. And then see where we end up. So, quick half-hour stream showing you what's going on. If anyone has questions tomorrow, like, what are you doing? You could just refer them to this stream. And I'm gonna hop on Discord for a little bit. Maybe I'll see some people there. Maybe. Bruce, Dana, maybe. And I hope to see you for tomorrow's stream, which will probably be somewhere in the afternoon. But I'll announce it on Discord and Facebook before I go live. So, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.